direct his We just wanna vibe. Let that rhythm take over inside. If you don't feel like it's gonna make you move, let the silent beat direct his We just wanna vibe. Let that rhythm take over inside. If you don't feel like it's gonna make you move, let the silent redirect its groove. We just wanna vibe. Let that rhythm take over inside. If you don't feel like it's gonna make you move, just beside and me direct its groove. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Lifted Vibes here on Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby DAKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. It's in the building for y'all tonight. This is a special broadcast. I won't say special. This is a makeup broadcast because we did not do a broadcast on last Thursday due to the inclement weather. We do apologize. I shouldn't apologize because everybody knows and sees how it was out here. It was quite too dangerous for us to be traveling the roads, to be coming down here to Houston and get stuck in the flood and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, again, this is Lifted Vibes on Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Toby DAKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. Tonight's topic, we are talking about funding your dreams. Funding your dreams. Putting some paper behind what you are striving for. I know this might seem like a repetitive topic, but people need to hear this shit because a lot of y'all think that this comes for free or you can just walk into it all blind and not put no money behind it, and that is not the case at all. It costs to be a boss. Again, I would say it costs to be a boss. Don't talk that boss shit if it don't cost shit. Yeah. We're just waiting for a couple of y'all to get in here. I'm not gonna wait really on anything because we finna get uh, real quick. Yeah, y'all thought I had switched it up. No, we still comfortable this week, man. I plan on giving y'all some good insight. Plan on giving y'all a good show tonight. We're gonna play some music, of course. I'm not going to tell you what the lineup is going to be. We're going to kind of play it by ear. I know for a fact this week we playing the Hotbox song. The Hotbox song will be played this week, if nothing else. Yeah, we got to hear that Rover. I promised y'all that we would hear Rover, but we was having some technical difficulties the last time that we came in. We have gotten that resolved as far as that goes for the time being. If y'all can't hear me, y'all put it in the comments. If y'all can't hear the calls or anything, we do appreciate any of your insight as far as letting us know where we're lacking and slacking in. We take all criticism. we do take into consideration anything that any of y'all are saying. But tonight is about funding your dream. Funding your dream. Um, let's get right into it, man. Again, like I said, it costs to be a boss. There is nothing that will be given to you. I know a lot of people look at the game and they're like, "Oh, well, such and such made it without having to put, this, that, and the third." Well, you can't say what such and such did unless you know such and such, and they fucking told you such and such. Um, that is not definitely not how it works. Anything that you're striving to do, anything that you're preparing yourself to be, as far as being taken serious, as far as the music game goes, I'll speak specifically on the music game right now because people think that it costs thousands and thousands of dollars in order to fund whatever it is that you're doing. And there are a lot of opportunities that cost you little to nothing, but it can give you the push that you need. Um, as far as doing shows, becoming part of showcases, uh, producing an album, paying for studio time and things of that sort. There are a lot of producers who are willing to work with you out here. There are a lot of artists that are willing to work with you, but again, it's not going to be free. None of this stuff is just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a deal or I'm gonna give you a chance because you go so hard or whatever that might be. The more time and money that you're putting behind that, the more people gonna want to reach out and get in contact with you, rub shoulders, network, and fuck with you. Just overall, period. Um, I know a lot of people in the game. As a matter of fact, earlier on last week, I want to say I was talking to a young lady, and her whole thing was, well, I don't have a lot of money, and I can't do this, and I can't do that, and I of course offer my insight to let her know that it don't cost a lot. You know what I'm saying? It definitely don't cost you nothing to listen in to these shows that we're doing live. That's giving you information and being very informative and educational towards the process of getting your thing started. So if you're not tuned in, that's your own fault. Because this is information that's being offered to you for free. It don't cost you nothing but a listening ear. The problem with a lot of y'all is that y'all are not willing to sit down and take that criticism or take that instruction to be able to elevate and flourish and further yourself, whether it be in the music or whether it be you starting your own business or whatever the case might be. It costs. All that shit costs. Speaking of cost, um, we have um, I'm sorry, two sponsors this time around. This show right here is sponsored by Fried Ribs and More and the Country Barber all at the same time. Both of those entities and companies just so happen to be some of my close people, my brothers, and we will show them the love that they are due. You know what I'm saying? Fried Ribs and More is ran by Brother Anthony Jackson. He is out of Huntsville, Texas. He is based in Huntsville, Texas. He, if you can see it on the screen, he a big nigga, so he can cook. That's one of my partners, man. We always talk. If y'all ever hear us talking to each other and you hear me call him rhinoceros, hippopotamus, Nick, or some shit like that, that's because that's my brother and that's how we talk. But I do love and support whatever he's doing out there in the world, man. He has been at several events here lately. A lot of people are asking for them fried ribs, man. I myself, I don't eat pork, so I haven't tried the fried rib per se. He said he has chicken and things of that sort, so I will get around at some point to be able to, give it a taste and whatnot. But I've personally eaten his cooking before, and I know that nigga can cook. But yeah, y'all give him a shout out. Y'all give it a try.
I'm trying to get one.
Ajax, they want to know, can they just get one rib? You can answer that.
I just tried that.
Whenever.
I just tried that yesterday. Believe it or not. We was where was we at? Me and Lisa were eating at I forgot the restaurant. We just ate there last night, and I just had a brain fart. But anyway, we just ate there last night, and I asked the waiter, can I order one rib? And he was like,
Do you look at your proposal?
you've been watching that movie, ain't you? That's what he said. You've been watching that movie, huh?
Oh man, funny thing about the one rib, right? Uh, we were actually just talking about this. I don't know if y'all have looked at Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans just did a stand-up and he went into depth about how he was supposed to be the one rib guy and I'm gonna get you sucker. But they chose Chris Rock because he was still in high school or whatnot, and they passed him up because he couldn't get out of school on time or something like that. And they gave Chris Rock a chance, and of course that launched his career. So again, you never know, where you might be and what position you might attain from being in a certain situation. But yeah, that was just that was something that we talked about. He also goes into depth about how Chris Rock heckled him at a stand up and made him quit doing stand up comedy for 20 years. For 20 years, this nigga stopped doing comedy because somebody came and heckled him. But he's getting back out there and trying to do his thing. Respects to Marlon Wayans. Some of y'all don't find him funny. Some might. I can say personally, some things are funny, some things are not. But give this stand up a chance, man. I think it is on HBO Max, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's some jewels that he dropped. Of course, he's joking on and on about Will Smith and Chris Rock and the slap and all of that. But it's kind of the basis that sets up everything that he does in the stand up. I found it funny. Maybe your sense of humor is different than mine, but yeah, man, he most definitely did a great stand up as far as where I've seen him do stand up, and I was like, this is kind of like this one here was pretty good. But yeah, that's just funny that y'all said one rib because he did express that he originally was supposed to be the one rib. That was supposed to be his line, and Chris Rock came in and delivered it and pretty much stole his role or whatnot. In which he said they weren't plexed up or nothing like that. But they eventually grew to be friends and whatnot, even through the time of him heckling him and whatnot. And he expressed that made him better as a comedian and made him better as a person to challenge himself to be funnier and things of that sort. So yeah, again, shout out to Marlon Wayans for giving us that, man, because you never know who might be moved or who might be uplifted by whatever it is that you're saying, man. And that falls right into what we're talking about, funding your dream. Funding your dreams, man. You got to put something behind yourself, man. You got to be able to put some dollars behind yourself. Again, when I was talking about the young lady that I was talking to, I expressed to her that the same way that you punch a clock for these people that you're working for, it's the same way you got to punch a clock for yourself. If you're not putting that same time and that same effort behind what you do as far as professionally, so to speak, then it's not going to give back tenfold the way that you want it to. And her response to that was, yeah, you're right about that. That's some real shit. I mean, I'm not trying to be right or wrong. I'm just offering you the insight that I know. You have to put in, if not the equal amount, you have to put in more effort into something that you're trying to do and for yourself than you are for somebody else. You go and punch a clock every day for somebody who's making money off of your blood, sweat, and tears, instead of punching that clock and doing that same work and putting in that same effort for yourself. Make it make sense. Make it, you know what I'm saying? Make it clear to me so it does make sense to me, but it never will because that math ain't math. You know what I'm saying? That just don't add up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put in that work, man. That goes back to what we talked about on the last show. The footwork, man. Footwork is a part of it, but funding all of that footwork and putting your money behind that is a totally different story. If it ain't no paper, where do you plan on going? It costs to move around. It costs for production. It costs for these recording sessions. It costs to be in certain places and certain buildings with whoever you trying to be around. So And it's not a thing of, like I'm saying, you spending tens of thousands of dollars on whatever it is that you do, man. It's affordable. You know what I'm saying? It's affordable for you to get out here and do whatever it is that you're trying to do, man. It's people that's willing to work with you, whether you set up a payment plan as far as whatever goes. Some people willing to cut you deals on beats and whatnot. Like I say, I know a lot of local, so to speak, people that they're looking for a chance to get behind their next artist so that they can be bigger. You know what I'm saying? And they got legit shit. They got shit that sound good. Shout out to my boy Platinum Pat. He is one of those. He's affordable. He makes good beats. I play his beats here on the show. We're still trying to work it out and get him on here to do an interview or just sit down, co-host or anything with me so that y'all can put a face to the name. But I will give him his flowers while he's here and not wait until he is on top, because that's not how you do it, man. Um, Stand behind your people, man. Support your people, but don't think that just because we cool or whatnot, it ain't gonna cost you to be in a certain position. It costs me for every minute, every time you see me appear on this show. You know what I'm saying? I've grown to understand and know that people ain't looking to give you no handouts, man. Going back to the Wayans, it's funny because it was a lot that he kind of hit on. I watched, what made me watch his stand up was I watched him on Drink Champs first, with Nori and the Hispanic guy and whatnot. I watched him on Drink Champs, and he was giving some real valid, good shit. And one of the things that he said was that his brother Keenan actually started them off in the business, but he didn't give them anything. Y'all had to sign up, y'all had to audition, you had to put your money behind it, and you had to prove yourself worthy to be on that screen in order for you to land these roles. So again, whether that be family, whether that be friends, close acquaintances, whatever you want to call them, it's gonna cost you something, man. Um, might not just always just cost you money. Again, going back to the other show, sacrifices. Sometimes you gotta put something back in order for you to propel forward, in order for you to succeed in this, man. I always tell people that because I dream the way that I dream, and I stay focused on my dream, I'm willing to go hungry and go broke for what it is that I'm truly trying to get to. And like, oh, that's crazy. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? You go broke and hungry, working a fucking job that ain't paying you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You go broke and hungry for a motherfucker who ain't pumping nothing into you to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Why not do that same thing and put that same energy into whatever it is that you're trying to achieve? So, that's my jewels. That's what I'm dropping today, man. We talking about funding your dream. Funding your dream. Put some money into it. You know what I'm saying? Put something behind it, man, because people ain't willing to pay your way to success. And that goes for any and everything and everybody. You know what I'm saying? I can't hold your weight. I can't pay for you to be successful. You got to be willing to put that time and that effort in behind whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Uh, Again, I say I'm speaking kind of more so specifically on music, but you can apply all of this to any facets, any parts of your life that it applies to, because it applies to people in general and trying to achieve something in an overall aspect. Um, you cannot you cannot be a boss if you don't pay the cost, man. I'm gonna continue to keep on saying that and putting that out there, man, because people think that shit come for free, and they taught you in school there's no such thing as a free lunch. You know, for those of y'all who was listening in school, I might have been a bad motherfucker, but I listened. No, I never was a dummy. I never was a person who did not listen to what was going on. And that's one thing that they teach you is no such thing as a free lunch. Same way, same kind of attitude that you got to have when you coming into the industry, when you coming into the game, and you want to be relevant and you want to be seen, heard, and taken serious in any kind of light. Because whether I'm your manager, your producer, or whatever, if I'm willing to take out my time and my day to sit down and put something behind you, I would expect you to have the respect and the audacity to say, okay, well, I'm gonna be able to I'll pay this much. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's that's all you have. People are willing to work with people who put forth that effort versus a person who always got an excuse as to why they can't. Or, oh man, I'm too broke, man. I just paid this. I just did. Look, bro, well, why the fuck are you here? Why would you put yourself in a position to be there if you can't fund being there? You feel what I'm saying? That makes absolutely no sense. Everything costs, man. Everything costs. Whether it be financially, whether it be something that you got to sacrifice, whether it be spiritually, mentally. I'm one that's more in tune with like spirituality. So I would believe that everything is attached spiritually. There's some type of spiritual attachment and some kind of sacrifice, some kind of cost that that's acquainted with everything that you're doing, especially surrounding music. Music is a whole spiritual journey. Music has a lot to do with how you connect spiritually with whatever you're trying to put out there as far as your sound, your image, the people that you attract and whatnot. Yeah, and that's real. Here in the comments, we got Mr. Nickel says, we sow seeds into everything else but ourselves. Well spoken, well put, because that's the type of attitude that a lot of people have. You'll go and pay your tithes, and I'm not telling you not to pay your tithes, to each his own. You'll go and pay your tithes. You'll go and put money into frivolous things, buy lottery tickets, or buying your weed, supporting your habits, drinking, smoke, whatever your vice might be. Uh, think about that in the aspect of, if I can go and spend my money on bullshit, I should be able to invest my money into something that's going to return. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to turn over, and people don't think about the long term, the longevity, the long term success of what they're putting into the game. You want to see it turn over immediately, and a lot of times that's not how it works. Like I say, the same way with putting songs out. You might hear an artist song today, but he been pushing that bitch for 4 years. You see what I'm saying? Because he took the time to promote it. He took time to go to these shows and showcases and put it out there, put the time and effort. You know what I'm saying? It don't come overnight. If you're looking for that microwave success, I don't know what to tell you, but it more than likely it ain't gonna happen like that, because it don't happen like that all the time. More times than none, uh, people people have to take that time and take that initiative to go out here and put themselves on a platform and put themselves on the front street in order to be seen, heard, or promoted by anything or anybody. So put your time into it, put your money into it, and you will see that overturn. You will see people starting to elevate to what you're doing because they're taking you serious, because it's like, damn, well, this dude is taking his time to put himself out there, but he's putting his money behind it, and it's not money that's not being spent well. Um, that goes with any and everything. You're not gonna start off making millions of dollars off of whatever, and I'm not saying that you can't. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can't. Some people are afforded those type of opportunities where you go out here and you win a showcase and they offer you free studio time and all that. Take heed, you know what I'm saying? Take people up on those chances, those opportunities, man. I'm not telling you not to go out here, but at the end of the day, people ain't gonna take you serious when you're not putting money behind you. Um, if we live in an era where nigga, we ain't got a lot of money to be bullshit. A lot of that shit be capped. You know what I'm saying? Even the biggest artists be capped, straight cap. If they don't have no type of investments, they don't have nothing supporting them outside of the music. A lot of times, them motherfuckers be sitting there broke. Your crib look like Red Man's on cribs. You dig what I'm saying? And if y'all ain't familiar, if you didn't see Red Man on cribs, go Google it, go look it up. You feel what I'm saying? I respect him because he kept it real. The rest of you motherfuckers rented out homes and all of this shit to make it seem like you had all of these millions and billions of dollars. Now that record company got that millions and billions of dollars. Let's be real about that. But if I'm taking the necessary steps behind what I do to fund my movement, then at the end of the day, once I do become successful, all of that turns over and comes back to me because I've taken all the precautions, I've taken every step that's going to ensure that whatever's coming, in the future is coming right back to me. A lot of y'all won't take that time. A lot of y'all don't care about that part. More of y'all need to be business savvy. The It's called music business because about 10 to 12% of it is music. Other percentage is business. You feel what I'm saying? The business part should be the most important part of what you're doing because the business got to be handled before any music is made. I can't walk into anybody's studio without making some type of arrangement and agreement saying, "Hey, look, this is what I'm gonna pay you in order to get on the track." Then some of y'all will say, "Oh man, that's too much." You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't pay that much when excuse me, people giving you a chance to do it basically the cheapest way. Whereas if you're going into these big time studios and these major labels and whatnot, bro, they literally charge you an arm and a leg. They it's gonna be racks on racks on racks that you gotta pay in order for you just to get an hour long studio session. So it's cost worthy. It's affordable. There are different ways. Like they say, it's a million ways to skin a cat. I don't know why you would be skinning cats, but yeah, if that's the lane that you choose to go, you got to know it's gonna cost you something. It costs to be a boss. We talking about funding your dreams tonight. For those of y'all who are tuning in just now, Tubby Kid has been talking for quite some time right now, and I think I want to hear some music, la música. If we do have it queued up, let's get right into Rover, man. We're gonna play the hot box song, man. Shout out to my boy Lot P. Shout out to my boy Savage Blue. This is a banger, y'all. Damn near one of the most requested songs here on Real Talk 100 Radio at the Lifted Vibe show. Um, yeah, man, it's a banger. They're my boys, man. Shout out, much love to them. Again, we still trying to work it out and get them boys in here live so we can do an interview. Anybody that is looking to do an interview, that's looking to get your music played or whatnot, man, inbox me, inbox Real Talk 100 Radio. Hit me on my line, man. We're accepting call-ins tonight. We're accepting anybody that's jumping in them comments. We just gonna vibe out. But without further ado, we're gonna play Rover by Lot P Star and Mr. Savage Blue here on Real Talk 100 Radio and Lifted Vibes Radio Show with your boy Tubby DAKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. Here you go. Oh, with the Savage Blue shit, man. Let's get it. Oh yeah. Okay. Cash out. Hey. I got the pack in my lap in the rose. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. I got the pack in my lap in the rose. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. I got the pack in my lap in the rose. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. I got the pack in my lap in the rose. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. Your ass can clap if you let it, it's over. Your ass can
clap if you lack the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. 187, you know I'm a soldier. Back on that paper, my smoking this dope. Ride through the hood with a K on my shoulder. Back in my lap, running around to the smoke. Don't treat me in the king, I'm a soldier. I need a bitch who gon' pay me like gold. Country little nigga, my strap in the house. Playing like put his ass on the post. Walking my house, if I catch him, I'm close. Me and my cousin too deep with them toast. Feel like the shell cooking shit in the road. Yo, that's the clap if you lack in the soul. Every revamp what I already told. Throughout my life, I'm a freeze, I get cold. Looking like quicker the more I get older. Standing on 10 and them snippers of boulder. You know it's beef when you smelling the smoke. Shit in my pockets, the life will fold. Your bitch gave me a the cast and I told her. It's my cousin and they love in the older. Don't say I'm cute, I get love, baby, yo. Drop me a phone and it's green in my soul. She got me slow as a skinny three motor. Shoot up your pocket, you lack to make quota. Lay back the gas like wonders of old. These niggas tough and they playing them poke. I want to cancel, you know I'm a smoker. Why you so serious, bitch, you a joker. I bet they whip on your mind and with no. Slip if you want it, the streets gonna show you. You wasn't lying, receive you told. I got the pack in my lap in the road. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. I got the pack in my lap in the road. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. I got the pack in my lap in the road. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. I got the pack in my lap in the road. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul. Your ass can clap if you lack in the soul.
Yes, sir. We are back with more lifted vibes here on Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby D, AKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. That was Rover by Lot P Star and Savage Blue. Lot P Star and Savage Blue with Rover, man. Shout out to them boys. Also, shout out to Mr. Marcus Milano, aka Bugs Gotti. For the production on that, man. He produced and engineered that track right there, man. I don't think we give the producers and the engineers enough love, as much love as we possibly, could. But shout out to Marcus Milano, shout out to Buzz Gotti, man. That's one of them right there. As well as pretty much all the other tracks that I play from Lot P Star. Those are productions by Mr. Marcus Milano, man. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate all the producers, man. Shout out to one of my favorite producers, Kalani on the beat, man. That's my boy right there, man. I fuck with him. Pretty much what you hear from me that is registered published music comes from Mr. Kalani on the beat, man. We love that, man. We love all the producers out there, man. Anybody that's doing their thing, not just because the artist ain't all that makes up the fabric of what goes on with this music thing. A lot of times people do not acknowledge the producer, and that's one of the falls that a lot of us have. We'll talk all this shit about, oh yeah, he hard, this, that, and the third. But if it weren't for these certain people producing these certain tracks, a lot of y'all would sound like garbage. No R. Garbage. Hot garbage. And let's just be for real.
Not hot garbage.
Hot garbage. I'm talking about stew garbage. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a big pot of that shit. A stew pot of garbage. And let's be for real. And I'm not saying that about these young men at all, man, because I've heard them spit it on the spot. As far as, let me hear what they got and whatnot. But I don't think we give enough love to the producers and the people who are behind the scenes working these things and making us sound as good as we do. Of course, it takes your talent, it takes your time and your sacrifice to do so. But these young men are also sacrificing their time and their effort to make you sound good. So round of applause for the producers. Let's just give the producers some claps all over the world, man. Whoever you might be, man. Whoever you might be, man. So yeah, man, y'all can't never say Tubby don't give y'all love, man. I respect the grind no matter what it is, man. If you fucking working film and video and producing, and all you do is hold the boom mic, nigga, that's a part of the production. That's what goes on. And yeah, man, we love that, we respect that, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, shout out to the producers. As a matter of fact, I know one artist who made sure that they gave their producers some love. And it just so happens to be my boy, Mr. KRT, man. Mr. KRT, if y'all not familiar with that young man, he was my first guest on here, man. He did a magnificent job. He has a song called Manny My Producer. And Manny My Producer, we actually about to play that song. Fuck it. It should be somewhere. Yeah. Since we talk about producer, let's go ahead and play that thing, man. This is Manny My Producer by Mr. KRT here on Lifted Vibes at Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby D, AKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. Yes, sir. Manny My Producer by Mr. KRT.
Bitch, I'm crunk, then the motherfucker try to hurt a buster, peel and ass his ass, make that ass suffer. What a buster, I salute you, but man, and my producer laying loose on anybody trying to steal my DJ nigga, I'ma shoot you, ain't it fun? Encompassing both my style and breath, deprecation of self. Why expect anything less from a nigga? Describing his physical appearance with project titles like stained teeth and dirty thoughts. From the Shy to the M-Town, Beverly to Orange Man, world renowned with this bumping sound. But not quite shit. You get the sense of greatest shit looming on the horizon. Vibe the highness against the odds, man. I am defined. No ho, I learned from losses and then crosses from a system hell beat. On crucifixion of niggas, been the victim, but my dishes is something different. Punches I roll with it, pivot and slip it. Defense exquisite, counter with body shots with every assault attempted. Then I carry powers in both hands, bitch. Going in with my opposition winded, and I dare you to recollect who does it better. Ain't no answer, motherfucker. This rhetorical question. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's ever flipping violent in these archives. Devil dipping through this shit to make the superstitious Mississippi upbringing. Got me told 12 gauges in the trunk of my junkie jumper. Ho, I'm crunk, then the motherfucker trying to hurt a buster. Pillmanize his ass, make that ass suffer. What a buster, I salute you, but man, and my producer letting loose on anybody trying to steal my DJ nigga, I'ma shoot. I heard it flow long before I feel the words. Still can't concur to see this comprehended. Finished products on the lamest turn. Felt the burn, left on scene, exposed to being more akin to ashes on your asses. But I just can't seem to capture all this madness that been trapped in. Need some beats that can match you. Need producers that can handle all these thoughts so frantic. What up, Boo? What up, Jay? And my dog paraphrase. Robbing feet on your firstborn, I must congratulate. Hold up, microphone checker, let the record show it. KRT, the beast to me is growing loud. I had to hold it and control it. Once upon this life, I live and die by this mic. Wouldn't come second to none of you suckers. I got to touch them. He's Memphis style, that's how I does it. When I gotta touch them, suckers get that head, I got to bust them. Suckers been misled like they've been dodging buckles. Like I ain't the one to touch them. Like I ain't gonna stop a boss, stop pedestal to bury you. Yeah, man, it's simple flipping while I'm in these archives. Gavel dipping through this shit to make the superstitious Mississippi upbringing. Got me told 12 gauges in the trunk of my junkie jumper. This ain't no action form. Man, I'm crunk, then the motherfucker trying to hurt a buster. Pillmanize his ass, make that ass suffer. What a buster, I salute you, but man, and my producer letting loose on anybody trying to steal my DJ nigga, I'ma shoot you, yo. Man, it's ever flipping while I'm in these archives. Dabble dipping through this shit to make the superstitious Mississippi upbringing. Got me down 12 gauges in the trunk of.
Yes, sir. We are back with Lifted Vibes here on Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby D, AKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. And that was Manny My Producer by Mr. KRT, man. Shout out and respect to Mr. KRT, man. Shout out to Manny, which is his producer. I played that song simply because I told y'all, man, a lot of these producers do not get enough credit, do not get enough love for their contribution and what they do to make us sound as well as we do. Again, shout out to all the producers. We have a comment. Miss Cassandra M. Webb. Hello. How are you doing? Uh,
Miss Cassandra Webb is an internationally known gospel singer located here in Houston, Texas. She hates for me to describe her that way, but that's what she is.
okay. Well, respect. We appreciate you for tuning in. We appreciate you for listening to Lifted Vibes, man. We accept our music. We accept our artists. If you would like to be featured on the show for an interview or anything of that sort, get at us, inbox us, and we will set that up and we can make it happen. I'm welcome to sit down and rub shoulders with anybody that is willing to have their shoulders rubbed. I ain't gonna personally rub your shoulders, but you know what I'm saying.
They were lying down the street.
Yeah, man. Yeah, look at these
Oh.
hands.
You're a scrambled egg, but you won't rub the shoulders, man. I don't understand.
Theirs particularly, you know. Yeah, I just can't be out here. I just can't be out here rubbing shoulders and what.
Rubbing and plugging.
Yeah, see, that's how you get people fucked up. Yeah. Anyway, man, back to our topic, man. We are talking about funding your dream. Funding your dream. Again, like I've been saying this whole time, man, you got to put some money behind you. If you can't, let me explain it the way that it was explained to me, or the way that I received it. If in a job, be it whatever your job might be, you might work fast food, you might be into retail, you might be a school teacher, you might be anything. If music is something that you're pursuing or something outside of the original line of business that you do, you have to look at your job as an investor. Okay? Look at your job as being a personal investor into your dream and to your success. What that means is that I'm not telling you not to take care of your bills and all of that. When you're taking care of your bills and whatnot, the expense that it costs for you to be able to pursue your dream, you have to include that. You have to take that out as a separate entity and a separate cost to fund whatever it is that your dream is. You know what I'm saying? You have to equate that into whatever your funding is for whatever bills and whatnot that you have originally. A lot of y'all don't understand that. That means once I get everything lined up, while I'm getting everything lined up, that right there is included in it. You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm one of those who says it constantly. I'm willing to go broke and hungry for my dream. I'm willing to do so. How do I know I'll do so? Because I have done it before. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I'm just spitboxing off the top of my head. Nah, bro, I've actually been there and done that because I believe in myself that much. If you don't have that same belief within yourself, you cannot expect people to reciprocate and have that same type of energy towards what you do. People look at people and be like, "Oh man, he whacked this, that, and the third," and you know that's lame to think like that. But they got $1 million record. You know what I'm saying? They're selling 1 million copies of their record, and somebody listening to it. Why? Because that person took the time to put money, effort, and sacrifice behind whatever it is that they're trying to pursue. So you can call it how you want to. You can say what you please about whoever that you looking at in that light, but it takes that. You know, it takes for you to be able to, you know, you got to factor that in there. You got to be able to balance yourself to a point where it's like, well, if I can spend my money on these things, which are frivolous things, just like I expressed earlier, man. Sometimes you gotta smoke a little less. Sometimes you gotta drink a little less. Sometimes all that partying and bullshitting, you know. Shout out to Biggie for that song, "Party and Bullshit." But he got paid off of that song. You ain't getting paid for partying and bullshit. I tell people a lot of times, if I go out, it has something to do with my business. It has something to do with my dream. It has something to do with me trying to get ahead and be successful in what it is that I'm trying to pursue. So a lot of times you can call me and be like, "Hey man, let's go out to XYZ," and I'll be like, "Nah, I'm cool on that." But then you call me to go to XYZ and it has something to do with me promoting my business or me being, more successful in what I'm trying to do with my business, then I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? If I can rub shoulders again, you don't know who's gonna be there, who's gonna be listening. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who knows who. So, you have to take up on these certain opportunities when it comes to you trying to promote your business. It doesn't matter what that business is. Again, y'all can see that I support everybody. I don't stray away. I don't shy away from promoting anybody or anything. Um, I've had authors on this show. I've had artists on this show, as far as painters, and and I don't even just consider her a artist as far as painting, because we found out quickly that Miss shout out to Miss Tay Mayberry, shout out to Miss Latasha Haynes. Miss Latasha Haynes was an author. She published her first book and whatnot. Talk to Miss Tay Mayberry. Miss Tay Mayberry is a serial entrepreneur. She doesn't just paint. She finds out what works for her and she goes with it. She told y'all before on the show, try her and see what she won't do. You know what I'm saying? Ask her about some shit and see what she won't do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not very much, and that ain't on no strange shit or whatnot. But anyway, we have authors, we have artists, we have musical artists on here. Whatever it might be that you're pursuing, man, I'm willing to get behind it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not me just spending my money and spending my time on trying to be successful for myself. I'm willing to put my effort into helping others. A lot of times people will shy away or stray away from somebody giving them that type of help because of the type of help that's been given to them, and that they've received or not received in the past. Again, going back to the conversation that I was having with the young lady who reached out about, becoming a part of the team and get down with whatever. I was like, well, I understand that you're talented and whatnot, but I'm not gonna personally fund what you got, but I'm one of those people who's willing to help you and put something, as far as my money behind it, because I believe in you, because I believe in your dream. And her first reaction and her first rebuttal was like, oh, you say that, but what's the catch? What's the catch? And I'm like, there is no catch. There's nothing that you can give me that I can't get for my own self. I'm just willing to help you. I'm offering my assistance because I truly believe in what you got. I'm not one of them that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put my money in, but you owe me XYZ amount of interest when you get yours and all of this. Nah, bro, if I'm willing to help you and I'm willing to get behind you, I'm doing that wholeheartedly. I'm doing that out the kindness of my heart because I believe and I can see your potential. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't have that push and don't have nobody behind them that's willing to genuinely support them, and that'll make them stray away from it. You know what I'm saying? If I see that you putting in the effort and you putting in the time, but you just not getting where you probably think that you want to be or need to be or whatnot, I'm willing to get behind you. I'm willing to help you and give you that push. You know what I'm saying? As much as I possibly can. I work a basic job. You know what I'm saying? I make money the way that I can. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me being real and not trying to say, oh yeah, I got thousands of dollars to put behind somebody. But now if I got the means and I have the connects to put you in the right position with the right people, then I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying? But I still know within my walk, within my work, that none of that is gonna be free. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cost you something. It's gonna cost you to get out there and be heard and be seen. And sometimes it ain't gonna cost you a little. Sometimes it's gonna cost you a lot. Right now, I know that I have a project that I'm working on where I'm looking for a violinist. Miss Tay Mayberry, we already talked about that. I'm most definitely got to get in touch with her. But her first thing was, "Hey man, it's gonna cost you," and I'm my rebuttal to that was, "Hey, I know it's gonna cost me." I think she spoke on the range of like $500 to get a violinist to come and do this track for me. Am I against it? Hell no. Do I just have it like right now off the muscle to be able to just shit out $500 for a violinist? No, but I'm willing to put back and I'm willing to work towards that so that I can get what it is that I'm looking for inside of that production right there. So whensoever, I get that going, I'm gonna be the one funding that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the one to put my time and my money and effort into making that happen. And it's gonna give back to me tenfold because I waited and I was persistent and I did take the time to make sure that it was quality. A lot of times y'all want to rush shit out here or do things for free, but when you do free shit, you get free results. What that mean, Tuppy? You put it together sloppy, it's gonna come back to you sloppy. You feel what I'm saying? That's when you start making gas station music. And people like, what is gas station music? That mean, nigga, the only people who gonna hear that shit and bump that shit is people who pull up to your local gas station. Y'all see where they sell them little CDs in the front? Where they where you print up that white piece of paper with all them damn songs on it, and there'll be a mixtape and all that's where your music gonna get played in. You feel what I'm saying? That's gas station music. For those of y'all who are Huntsville natives, y'all heard me say this before. It's quick pick music. If y'all don't know what quick pick is the hood store. Y'all niggas make songs so niggas can pull up the quick pick and be like, hey man, I heard this such, man, fuck all that, bro. I want somebody from overseas or out of the country or, you know what I'm saying? Wherever that might be, out of state, to hear my shit and be like, hey, bro, I heard your shit and I'm fucking with it. Come down here, we got some work for you, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? When you get those type of calls and you get people reaching out to you to be a part of their, a part of their works, part of their business, then you're doing something. I don't try to make gas station music. You know what I'm saying? I might make a song just like hell, we'll play it next. Take Me Back by me and Trap Star Migo. That song is purposely made the way that it is as an ode to my hometown. But I've had people who ain't from Huntsville that paint a vivid picture of what we was doing and what we was going through because of the detail put behind in his verses and in the way that we describe the shit in the song. So, your music has to be timeless. Your music has to be relatable. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard a lot of people do that, when they dropped Welcome to Atlanta, nigga, what none of us, we ain't from Atlanta, but shit, we were feeling that shit because they gave you a vivid picture of what they was going through and what they was, what they had going on in their city. You know what I'm saying? And I can name a number of songs where people are talking about their hometown and their cities and they state and whatnot. And people from miles around are still singing that shit as if they really, as if they really grew up in that part or whatnot. And that's not to say that people shaking and faking. Nah, man, it's just relatable music. It's the effort and, the relatability that you put into the music that makes people want to elevate to it. So again, that's a part of the process too. That comes with funding your dreams. You know what I'm saying? I put my time, I put my money in behind this so that everybody can fit it. You know what I'm saying? Don't box yourself in. Don't close yourself in and say, "Oh, this music is for just this certain group or certain genre of people and whatnot." If y'all familiar with the Wu-Tang series, just got through watching that. Great watch. If y'all haven't watched it, man, go on Hulu, man, and start it from the beginning, man, because a lot of that's some of the stuff that I be hitting on in here, man. These dudes literally started from nothing, and just imagine having 9 brothers, 9 alpha males, as they say, trying to convince 9 niggas that everybody gonna have a chance to be on top. Without no funding, without no major record labels behind them, and none of that. But one of the things that caught my attention in this last episode was Raekwon the Chef. Shout out to Raekwon, shout out to RZA, shout out to Jezza, Expected Dead, all the guys in Wu-Tang, right? But Raekwon, they went to like this rock and roll festival or whatnot, right? And his whole thing was, man, I didn't make my music for your son. I didn't make my music. That's how he talk.
Son,
That's how he talk. Yo,
You
son,
just
I didn't make my
real.
I didn't make my shit for these
Curl your
white
mouth
boys.
when
I
you
didn't
Son.
make my songs for these rock niggas and whatnot. And really, what RZA was trying to get him to understand is that you don't get to choose who elevates to your music.
that's right.
You don't have the chance to choose who's gonna fuck with your music at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna get behind it because they like it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's white, black, brown, green, blue, purple, whatever color people are. You know what I'm saying? And what they failed to realize was that the same white people that you claiming you wasn't making the music for are the people who made your music popular. They the people that made your shit jump off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that black people, that niggas wasn't behind that. Because by all means, yeah, we were. But what took them to another level was that they could cross over and be as relevant to those group of people as they are to the people that was aiming it towards. You feel what I'm saying? So slowly but surely, he started to see like, damn, bro, really I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? I may have made this for the hood niggas, but hood niggas ain't the only ones that I want to elevate to what I'm saying. So your success is gonna be based off of you being free minded. You know, you gotta open your mind up and be able to relate to everybody. I try to make music that any and everybody can sit down and listen to. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be, old people, young people, in between, it doesn't matter. You gotta have something for everybody. I watched again, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is the same way. Um, he fucking Long Beach, LA crib. You feel what I'm saying? Do you think that he originally made his music in order for white people or old people or you know what I'm saying to elevate to? Nah, man, he was making gangster rap, but he even said it himself. He said he can look out in that crowd at his concerts, and there are 4 generations of people rocking to his music the same way. You feel what I'm saying?
Timeless.
It's and that's what we gotta be. We gotta have timeless music. Uh, funny, that's what I plan on naming my first EP, Timeless Music. It will be hitting soon because I'm really about to bog back down and get back in the studio and whatnot. Yeah. Miss Nickel says shout out to Wu Tang. Yes, shout out to Wu Tang, man. We respect all of that. I respect all artists who have that duality. You know what I'm saying? Who have that spirit to understand that crossing over is not you selling out. A crossover is being relatable to everybody. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's how I gotta be. I can't make my music and say, man, the only people I want to listen to this is my people. I only want people who look like me to elevate to this music.
You cutting your bag short, ain't you?
You cutting all your bags short. So that's not the way to be. That's not the way to to get a hold of certain audiences. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be relatable. You gotta be able to rub shoulders with everybody in the industry. And that's not saying to sell your soul or whatnot. Oh, shout out to Miss Kayla T, man. My girl is in the building. You know it's all love, my girl. I appreciate you for tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share, like. But yeah, man, I'm just running my mouth, man. Put that call-in number across the bottom of the screen, man. And let's see if y'all gonna call in and talk to me tonight, man. I've been talking to y'all. I want to hear what y'all thoughts are. I want to hear what y'all believe about this, man. I'm not gonna say that I got off subject, but I just got deeper into that because that resonated with me in so many ways and on so many levels. Miss Kayla T says, most times they're not the ones buying your music. Yeah, and that's correct. Most times your people ain't the one that's buying your music. On the flip side, I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago about Martha Wash. I'll talk about Martha Wash again because that fits right into what we're saying right here. If y'all not familiar with who Martha Wash is, Martha Wash was blackballed in music because she was a heavyset woman, and they put her song out with somebody else's face to promote it and whatnot. Miss Martha Wash is the original vocalist of the song "Everybody Dance Now." That everybody dance now. Okay, we 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 all know that song, but she was,
Get up, come get on camera, get on camera.
But yeah, man, she was blackballed because of her size and her look and whatnot. But what happened was she eventually sued and was able to be recompensated for, you know, her efforts and her vocals being put on all of these songs that they sold millions of dollars off of. Well, one of the things that she hit on was that she didn't have a target audience. She didn't have somebody that she was aiming toward, but the LGBTQ community is who made her most of her money. She didn't make it for them, but they were the people who gravitated and elevated to not a name, Wash. Yeah, like wash a car.
And she accepted their dollar.
That's her. And yeah, just like you're saying, she accepted their dollars, and you know we can't just, you know, shy away from whoever it is that's putting their money behind us being successful. You know what I'm saying? That's just like I've heard of many, and y'all can believe it or not, some of your most prominent artists, some of your favorite artists have performed at these gay clubs and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that they in there being gay, so to speak. No, bro, that's what a dollar's at, though. You know what I'm saying?
People assume that you are.
Yeah, and that's what people.
And
if
that's
y'all
unfortunate.
If y'all not familiar with Martha Wash, we got a picture of her right there on the screen. That is the original woman who sung that song right there. Y'all get familiar with it if y'all care to look into the story of her music. I'm not saying that I'm riding around bumping her music or nothing like that, but Martha Wash, she most definitely that's what she did. You know what I'm saying? She didn't, you know, deny the dollars of the gay community or whatever, putting that behind her. She rolled with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we gotta be, man. It can't be a fact. Oh man, I don't want these people listening to my music because it wasn't made for them. It wasn't. Nah, bro. Music should be made for listening. You know what I'm saying? And that it doesn't matter who's putting that effort in behind listening to what you see. I done shows myself and seen a room full of homosexual people jamming, bumping my shit. And I'm not gay, but shit, so be it. Move your body. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that probably be the motherfuckers who support it. That probably be the people who put their money behind it. I'm not saying that I'm finna be in the room. I don't sleep with you. We ain't gotta lay in the same bed for you to listen to my
I just don't see nobody stopping a show because
you know what I'm
they
saying?
look out there and they see Twan and them.
You know what I'm saying? I've literally seen like transgenders and shit like that, like in the crowd, and it doesn't affect me at all because I know what I like. I know my sexual preference. I'm very confident in
Money is still
in what I do. Money ain't gay or straight.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I had somebody tell me one time, one of us, tell me I like all music. I like rock and roll. I like country. They told me, you ain't why you listen to that music? Man, what is it? I like music, man.
That makes no sense, bro.
I like music, man. I don't care if I love country rap tunes.
Cool.
I got a homeboy that does it right now in Arkansas. I think I told you about him.
Yeah.
He has his own radio station. They just released a video. It's called I Fell in Love with the Trap. And it's a country rap tune. I mean, how can you listen to country rap? A bunch of brothers rapping and sounding country as hell. It sound dope though.
That's where they come from, man. You can't deny or dispute where people come from, you know, they upbringing and how they express that. You know, I hear more times than none our people say stuff like that. Oh, you talk white or you listen to white folks' music and it. There is nowhere There is nowhere in the musical clause or whatever this is, bro, where it says this music is for white people, this music is for black people. You know what I'm saying? Music is a feeling. Music is a spiritual connection. I personally, I know an artist that I jam all the time. His name is Duran Bernard.
Good.
Duran Bernard is one of the most flamboyant little guys that you but can sing his ass off. He got good music. Given because I'm not a homosexual, he'll say some shit in the music that'll make me turn. And that's only sometimes. I'm not saying that all his music is just like that, but it's some shit in there that kind of make me uncomfortable, and I'll change the track. But as far as his overall delivery as an artist, if y'all never heard Duran Bernard, he just did NPR's Tiny Desk. This nigga did the whole Tiny Desk dressed like the Proud Family. He was dressed like Uncle Bobby, and the other guys were dressed like La Cienega, and the other nigga danced like Diggy or whatever his name is. But no, it was good music. You know what I'm saying? Music has no specific gender. You know what I'm saying? I heard shout out to La P Star and shout out to his sister, Deanne. I actually talked to her a couple of weeks ago. She's a very well put together singer and all of that. But again, a member of the LGBTQ community and all of that. I respect that. Again, not my preference. I don't do that. But I respect everybody. But even one thing that he and she told me when La P came in to do a music was she put him on to listening to different genres and different music, but specifically listening to females, listening to them sing versus listening to males sing, and like kind of basing different ideas and concepts around that. Bro, that's a hell of a trick of a trade. You know what I'm saying? Luther Vandross expressed that his favorite singers are women. You know what I'm saying? And if you listen to his vocal ability and the build-up of what he does, he's a male, but he sings like a female, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes females have some of the
Big Luther,
best.
Little Luther.
That's Big Luther. Big
Oh,
Luther
okay.
said that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Carol ain't quite right.
Curl and cry.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's Big Luther that said that.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out Luther Vandross. Yeah, but anyway, in the comments, Bishop Nico says, money is not gender specific, it's green, most definitely. So wherever your dollars are coming from, you ain't got control over that. Especially if you putting your music out there and distributing it on an international, global level or whatnot. It's gonna find any and everybody. Let's just be real about that. We can't never say, oh man, I don't want these people to listen to my music because it wasn't. Man, look, whoever get on it, whoever putting their time, whoever spending that 99 cents to download that motherfucker or whatever, shout out to you. Kudos to you. I respect you. That's just that just is what it is. Music is music. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have a certain preference, so be it. That's you. Listen to what you want to listen to. But don't stop the next man, don't stop the next person from listening to what they listen to, because you don't know what that music is doing for them. You don't know what kind of feeling, you know what I'm saying, that's inciting inside of them. I was just expressing a couple of weeks ago, man. I have specific songs that have literally saved my life. You're like, what you mean by that? Bro, I was on the edge of like taking myself out of here. And I've heard specific songs and lyrics that have stopped me from being at the brink of taking myself out, and y'all wouldn't be having this conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't hit on specifics, as far as what songs those are, because that's my personal preference and what I listen to. But I'm telling you, man, music has that type of spiritual connection and that way of elevating you and bringing you out of something. So, you can't tell people exactly what it is that makes you feel a certain way when you listen to certain things. But that again, that's like your personal connection with the Most High, with you and God. You feel what I'm saying? That's something that nobody else can fathom or understand but you and him. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you pray to, whatever you subscribe to. I'm just being real with you. That's how I feel about music. That's how music should be. That's how it should resonate with each and every one of us. Whatever it is that you listen to, it's what you listen to. It's what helps you grow. It's what helps you get through your day-to-day walk. And nobody should be able to shun you or humiliate you as far as how that goes. Um, Again, I'm one of them who open my ears and open my eyes to everything. So depending on what I feel, depending on what I want to listen to, my playlist is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That little bar is like,
Yeah, I'm trying to get it out the way. She said she likes Jelly Roll. I just got familiar with him. I'm trying to get that out the way.
okay, I can see it now.
Okay.
Miss Kayla T says, I like Jelly Roll and he does multiple style incorporated in one. And that you see what I'm saying? That goes right along with it, man. People will say, "Oh, you weird for listening," you know, for listening to this, that, and the third. Kayla T also said, but a lot of rappers are discriminated, and that's the truth too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just rappers. It's something that's associated with our culture and with our people. Period. I'm speaking on Black people. That makes you believe that certain music ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So be it. It's to an extent that's true. Because everybody ain't gonna listen to the same thing. Everybody ain't listening for the same things. I've expressed that before. So, whatever makes you move is gonna make you move. But I can't tell you what to listen to and what not to listen to. You know, I'm impartial to all kind of. I listen to everything, man. I just keep saying that, man, because that's the truth. Depending on what I'm feeling, like I say, man, I'm gonna listen to some of everything. You might walk in and be like, "What the hell are you listening to? What is this?" Well, I might not be listening to what you're listening to. You know what I'm saying? And I'll elaborate and make that make sense.
The only music I can't handle is that.
Heavy metal.
You can't understand.
You would be.
You can't. I can't. I can't stand
You
it.
would be surprised at how many of our people actually listen to heavy
I
metal.
can't stand it.
Funny thing that you said that. My first time hearing heavy metal was not from a white person at all. I remember being like, I was maybe like 10, and it was this black guy, and he was dating a white girl. Not to say that had anything to do with it, but we used to hang out with her daughters, and they both her daughters are mixed breed. But I remember him specifically being the very first person to ever introduce me to heavy metal. And of course, I'm like, nigga, that's not me. I don't, I can't get with it. But it's funny that you said that, because literally the first person, the first genre, the first, you know what I'm saying, people that I ever heard jamming heavy metal was a black man. That's just funny, you know what I'm saying? But
I love rock.
Song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love rock, but that there, I can't understand nothing. Oh no, I can't understand nothing they saying.
So you're not into Nirvana?
If I can understand, I've heard, I think I heard one Nirvana song that I understood.
Teen Spirit, that's the most popular one.
Are they doing that? Are they doing that? If they doing that, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's a each his
I mean,
own.
it's a little raw in there, but
If most of the song is legible, understandable, I can I feel that. But the whole song, I can't understand nothing you're saying. I'm not feeling it. And I'm a music lover. I love classic rock. I listen to classic rock all day long. But that screaming and hollering, oh no, sir.
For sure. Over here in the comments, man, Miss Shaniqua says, shout out to Tiny Desk for showcasing live music and introducing viewers to different facets of music. Yeah, shout out to NPR and Tiny Desk, man. If y'all don't tune into that, if you are an artist, man, I guarantee you will find something that you will respect about Tiny Desk. I've seen a number of artists that I probably would never be, exposed to and introduced to if I hadn't started watching Tiny Desk. First time we ever heard T-Pain sing without the auto tune, and that nigga can actually sing. If y'all haven't seen it, go look it up. Tiny Desk.
So many people
T-Pain.
said he couldn't.
Nah, that nigga sang. My first time hearing Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak has one of the dopest Tiny Desk concerts that I've ever seen, man. Bruh, that hands down, that's one of my favorites. Toby Nwigwe, fucking, I can name a lot of them that did Tiny Desk, and I'm like, bro,
Usher did a good one.
Usher had a good one. If you enjoy live music and live bands and shit like that, Tiny Desk is most definitely for you. If you haven't tuned in, if you don't listen to that, Miss Kayla T says, listen to Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. Another good one, man. Again, people might not jam. And then they did. I seen where a DJ, I think it was on Facebook, Instagram, or something like that. He mixed Let the Bodies Hit the Floor with one of Megan Thee Stallion songs or something like that. And when I say that shit right there is like when you hear some shit and you like, I didn't even know I needed that, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's like that. Again, going into that crossover music, or music that resonates with everybody. A lot of times that's what it is, man. You don't get to choose who's gonna be the fan of what you put out there. You know what I'm saying? Who would have known that Whitney Houston would turn Dolly Parton's song into one of her greatest hits ever? And she gets more credit for I Will Always Love You than Dolly Parton does. Now, I ain't gonna say that she get more money.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure
Let's speak on that.
that you got, hold up. We went into something else. Staying on topic though.
It's staying on topic.
Staying on topic. Funding your dream. It costs. Okay?
Sir.
It costs. Just like I'm saying about Whitney and Dolly Parton. Let's talk about take that. Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy did that song, Missing You. Every step all of that, right?
For Biggie Smalls when he died.
Right?
Great song at that time.
Fun fact. This nigga has to pay, who is it? Sting. That's Sting's song. You're not familiar with Sting? Go do your research, go do your history. Sting did the song first.
Mm-hmm.
He up until this day is paying Sting $5,000. Is it $5K? $5,000 a day just for using that song, just for using that sample.
Every breath you take.
So if y'all think that it don't cost, it even costs big time niggas to be able to do what they do.
It comes out to about $1.8 million a year.
$1.8 million a year just for using that man's song and using that sample. So
it costs to do what?
It costs to be a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. And if you don't think that it does, that's a perfect example. Again, we're just talking about it on the way up here. If you listen to Cisco, if you listen to the Thong song, there is one line in there.
Mm-hmm.
One line from Ricky Martin cost him most of the rights and the royalty to the whole song. Him saying "Living La Vida Loca" got them sued like a motherfucker.
Yes.
And they had to most of the rights to that song is owned by Ricky Martin and his staff, his people. So anytime you hear the Thong song, don't think Cisco getting broke out for that shit. No, sir. Living La Vida Loca got him fucked up.
Yeah. Sorry,
but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Going into some other people who sampled and whatnot. R.I.P. and shout out to the late great Betty Wright. If y'all familiar with Color Me Bad, that's the I Wanna Sex You Up guys. Mm-hmm. They got the shit sued out of them by Betty Wright for using the sample on the beat as far as that bass line, and then using her voice where she said, I know you're not going to sing that song.
They had to pay her.
They had to pay her and still are paying her and her estate to this day behind simply using that sample. So again, it costs
Pharrell and them.
to be a Pharrell them got sued by Marvin Gaye people. You know what I'm saying? That they use a sample in what was it, Happy? Because I'm happy. Yeah. They got fucked over for that. So again, it costs to be a boss, man. Funding your dream ain't always just gonna be a smooth journey. You gotta put something behind you in order for you to be relevant, but you gotta stay consistent with that. You gotta pay, you gotta pay for what you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Kayla T, I appreciate you, Kay. She says sampling costs more than using original beats. We was just talking about that. If y'all watch the Wu-Tang series and whatnot, y'all see what the RZA did. The RZA was like, nah, nigga, fuck that. For this time around, we gonna use live musicians. We're gonna use live instruments versus using samples because it's gonna cost us more to get those samples cleared and whatnot than it will for us to just have somebody come in and play these instruments and play over these beats. Again, a global international icon using what he got in order to make it, to make it cost sufficient. You know what I'm saying? To make it work. So again, it's gonna cost you whether you're the smallest or the biggest. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cost you. I'm gonna keep saying it costs to be a boss. Pay for what you want. You know what I'm saying? And the end result, it's always gonna come back to you tenfold and some. So, for those of y'all thinking that it's a free ride, that it's an easy journey or whatnot, in order for you to be established in music, that's not how that works. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'll go back. If you want anybody to take you serious, take yourself serious. Put that same effort behind your music, behind your dream, behind your business, as you're putting behind punching in on the clock for these motherfuckers every day. It makes absolutely no sense for you to work harder for them than you'll work for yourself. I'll say that again. It makes absolutely no sense for you to work harder for somebody else than for yourself. I've said enough. I said a mouthful, man. I think y'all want to hear some more music. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all and everybody who's tuned in tonight, man, whether it be in the comment section or you just watching and you sitting there just listening for whatever reason, man. All support, all love is well appreciated. I do tip my hat and salute each and every one of y'all who sit and listen to this information. Some of y'all might be looking like, man, I nigga talk too much. Dumbass, it's a talk show. So that's what I'm here to do. I pay my money to come here and talk to y'all and be informative and educational to whomever it might uplift and whoever it might help. But again, I think y'all want to hear some music. And we had an artist that tuned in with us. What was that? 2 weeks ago? Dejamari Rise. Dejamari Rise, man. Y'all was feeling that. I was feeling that.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, he played us a song called 7 o'clock. We gonna get into that, man. 7 o'clock by Dejamari Rise, man. Y'all check this out. We will be right back with more lifted vibes after this song, man. Again, he's an R&B artist. He is a singer. He gave us some good material, some good songs, man. 7 o'clock. It was actually a sample from Usher. It was an Usher sample that he used on there, man. And yeah, we was fucking with that, man. It was right there. Right there. Go up, right there. Yeah, man. Dejamari Rise. 7 o'clock here on Lifted Vibes at Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby DAKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. We're gonna play this, and like I say, we'll be right back to wrap it up for y'all, man. Tonight we're talking about funding your dreams. We would love for some of y'all to call in. By the time this song is over, we'll have that call in number flashing across the screen. So y'all feel free to call in and talk to your boy. Don't be scared, get comfortable. And yeah, we'll be right back, man. 7 o'clock by Dejamari Rise here on Real Talk 100 Radio at the Lifted Vibes Radio Show.
Hey, but that little thing I like. Say, girl, I gotta see you. You've been on my mind. Ain't time I think about you. I really did, so I had you. Feet up, all in the back of the coupe, 'cause it ain't no limit on what we do. I'ma do what you won't do. I had to make you so many times. See the freaking out your body. That spicy love, everything that you thinking of. Feel like I've waited for so long. That's why I need your body, babe. You said but I'm on the way, but the comments confused. Yeah, it took you right away. I need you right away. I need you right away. I'm feeling for you, you be on my mind. I'd rather you feeling me under your spine. I'll do anything to ease your mind. Come outside. He said that I'm on the dot. I'm in my drop top. But I'm on the way, but they come and scoop you up. Yeah, it took you right away. I pick you right away. I pick you right, baby.
Yes, sir. We are back with Lifted Vibes Radio Show here on Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby Dakidd, aka the Soul Ninja, and that was Dejamari Rise with 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. If y'all don't know who that is, that young man sent us that song in. He also called in. We thank him for that. We thank him for sending us that material. If you don't know who he is, that is his picture. That is him right there on the screen. Y'all can follow him on Instagram and Facebook at Dejamari Rise, R-I-Z. Um, we will spell out his whole name in the comments so that y'all can be able to follow him. But yeah, that was 7 o'clock by Dejamari
Old
Rise.
school Usher joint on.
Yeah. You know, we felt that. I'm pretty sure that probably cost him a little bit, but you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in to the Lifted Vibes Radio Show. I enjoy myself doing this, man, because I'm able to be informative and educational towards anybody who is trying to do anything with themselves, concerning music, concerning having your own business, concerning you being self-sufficient or whatever that might be. However, I'm helping you. However, I'm able to offer my services. I'm glad that I can be of service to each and every one of y'all, man, because y'all are being of service to me just by sitting here listening, by sending your loves, by hearting and liking and sharing these videos, sending people my way, man. I would love to. I'm still working on getting more female artists in here. I don't know why y'all are so afraid to show yourselves and showcase your music. Speaking of female artists, I ain't seen KK in here tonight. But we're gonna play Miss Catty K. Miss Catty K has a song called The One. The One. And that be that toe tapper finger snapper right there. I think they be fucking that. Yeah. The One by Catty K will be up next. There you go. Wait, it's spelled all together. Right there at the top. Yeah. Um, the one by Miss Caddy K. Shout out to my girl KK. She be jamming. She be jamming. I'm still trying to get for those of y'all who don't know, she's actually um carrying a child right now. So she's due very soon. Not sure what the actual date. I think she messaged me the date. I'm not really sure. I can't remember what date she actually said, but yeah, that's coming soon, and hopefully after that, we'll be able to put a face with her name and put a face with her music. But excuse me, she be jamming. So we're gonna play the one, Miss Catty K on Lifted Vibes here at Real Talk 100 Radio, which your boy WD, aka the Soul Ninja, and yeah, we just gonna jam that thing, man. Let's give him some time to pull that thing up for us. I think we played Hidden Love by her the last time. Was it hit? It was Hidden Love and Mystery. I think I want to say that was the name of the track the last time. She jamming though, man. I fuck with it. If y'all fuck with it, man, y'all shoot some hearts in the comments, shoot some fire signals, whatever you want. Let me know that y'all here. Let me know that y'all rocking with it, man. I'm doing like I say, I'm doing this broadcast right here on a Monday as a special show because we missed last week due to the inclement weather. But we will be back Thursday. Most definitely, we'll be back Thursday with a totally different show. We might do part two to this come Thursday, but we appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in tonight. Um, Again, this is the one by Caddy K.
R&B instrumentals.com. Dirty I've been wanting you. I got some things that I need you to listen to. Every time I hear when I'm telling you the truth. Baby, what is it that you want me to do? Every time I'm trying to self-concentrate. You try to tell me that I don't know you again. You just don't know what you want me to say. Even when I tell you that it's not the case. I'm the one for you, you're the one for me. Baby, why can't you just see you're the one for me? I'm the one for you. Don't you wanna hear the truth? I'm the one for you, you're the one for me. Baby, why can't you just see you're the one for me? I'm the one for you. Don't you wanna hear the truth? You could be a mistake. Even though it gets hard for me to stay, I don't ever wanna lose my baby. I just want for us to be okay. Learning our love was something I didn't want to do, but then I didn't love you. So I accept everything that I'm accused. I just need to make sure that I push it through, and I'm the one for you, you're the one for me. Baby, why can't you just see you're the one for me? I'm the one for you. Don't you wanna hear the truth? I'm the one for you, you're the one for me. Baby, why can't you just see you're the one for me? I'm the one for you. Don't you wanna hear the truth? I'm the one for you, you're the one for me. Baby, why can't you just see you're the one for me? I'm the one for you. Don't you wanna hear the truth? I'm the one for you, you're the one for me. Baby, why can't you just say I'm the one for you?
Yes, sir. We are back with more Lifted Vibes Radio Show here on Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby Dakidd, aka the Soul Ninja, and that was Caddy K with The One by Miss Caddy K. Shout out to my girl KK for that one, man. Yeah, they always tapping their feet to that one. That's jamming right there.
Spring break toes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. I believe y'all fucking with that one, man. And if y'all ain't, don't matter. I'm fucking with it. I'm playing on my show. Yeah, man. We talking about funding your dreams tonight, man. We talked about quite a bit tonight. Had some good conversation. As far as what's going on here. We talked about I'm sorry. What was we just on? I drew a blank in my
Sampling.
We talked about sampling. We was on reaching different audiences, not closing yourself in to just one set audience. Knowing that your music has to be universal. You know, your music has to be able to reach, different people.
Discriminating against fans.
There you go. We can't discriminate against our fans. We can't discriminate against who is and who isn't gonna listen and tune in to our music. It makes absolutely no sense. And you never know who's gonna be listening. Never know who's gonna be tuned in. You never know who's gonna be that driving engine behind your music being successful. So let's stop being so closed-minded as far as that goes, and understand that the music just gotta be music. Music is music. Period. Music is a spiritual connection. Music is something that people are gonna listen to because they want to. You never know, who's gonna feel it, who's gonna be the one to be moved by whatever it is that you're saying. But it's kind of hard to get your music out there if you're not putting no money behind it. So let's start there. Put some paper behind you. You need some chocha. You need some chingale. You need all of that.
I got a question for you, Tubby. I want you to back up for a minute and rehash what you said about sometimes you have to get rid of your vices and spend the money you usually spend on your vices on your career.
Correct. What I basically was saying right there, man, is you have to budget in whatever it is that you're trying to do with your dreams as a part of your daily expenses. So if I have bills, I have a car note, I have a mortgage, I have light bill, whatever it might be, man, that whatever you're trying to do with your dream, you have to factor that in. That has to be a part of your expenses that you're putting aside in order for you to be successful. And a lot of us don't look at it like that, which is why we get, mediocre results out of what we're doing. You got to factor in, okay, it's going to cost me this much gas to get to the studio. It's going to cost me this much to pay the producer for recording me. It's going to cost me this much to get him to go ahead and mix it down, put it together and start whatever, be it anything that you're trying to pursue. So that should be a part of whatever your expenses are, as far as you maintaining your everyday life. And again, if you're willing to go broke and hungry for no reason at all, you ought to be willing to go broke, hungry, and all of that in order to pursue your dreams. A lot of people don't have that type of energy, and you see what type of results that they get. Again, like I say, if you go into it with a poor mindset, you're going to get poor results. You're not going to get back what you're putting into it. So don't be mad at nobody but yourself if you don't succeed, if you don't see the type of turnover that you're looking for, as far as, when you put something out there, ain't nobody listening to it, ain't nobody buying it, ain't nobody fucking with it. They ain't fucking with it because you ain't fucking with it. Let's just be real. They gonna fuck with it as hard as you fuck with it. And if they see that, oh no, this nigga went in here with sloppy and half results and all of this, that's the type of results you're gonna get. So, you your ultimate failure and successor. I say that a lot because I stand by that and I believe that I'm only going to be as successful as I choose to be as far as putting in that time and effort and that work. You know, I have a lot of people that I wouldn't even, look at or believe that's looking at what I do. And they'll come to me on a daily like, man, Tub, I see you grinding, my boy. I see you getting it. You know what I'm saying? I see you putting in that work. And I'm like, that make me feel some type of way. I'm a humble guy, you know what I'm saying? I always humble myself, towards what I'm trying to work for. But it doesn't make me big headed, but it's confirmation that I'm doing something right when certain people, come up and offer me that type of encouragement and that respect, because a lot of times it's people that you would least expect to know or say anything about what you're doing with your platform. You know what I'm saying? I get stopped in the stores all the time, especially when I'm in my hometown and shit. Hey, cuz I see you, man. I see you out there doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't think a nigga ain't watching or whatnot. I just be at work and this and that. And I'm not saying people making excuses and this that, and the third, but some people are gonna be more invested in, into your dream or into what you got going on than others. Um, I've had complete strangers. An example. Shout out to my mama, love you to death, Miss Kendra Brown. Um, she was going on and on about, how she was proud of her baby and what he was doing. Yes, I am the baby. I am my mama's baby. But one of her coworkers picked up on that and was like, well, I see how you talking about that, this, that, and the third. I just want to offer a donation. And, not gonna say how much it was, but she donated money, just towards my show and things like that. It'll make you feel like you on the right path to doing something. It's certain little things in the universe that offer you that confirmation to let you know, stand firm in whatever it is that you believe, and stick to it, and it'll come back to you. You know what I'm saying? All of that, that encourages me to get up here and continue doing what I'm doing for y'all every week. That lets me know that, hey, bro, you on the right path. You're doing something right. Because I could have been like Sweet Pea. I could have been out here knocking people over, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I have the opportunity.
Shout out to Sweet Pea.
Shout out to Sweet Pea. Y'all don't know who Sweet Pea is? Go watch Baby Boy. My boy Sweet Pea say he could have been out here knocking people over, but he's just trying to sell you this here merchandise.
Yeah, stupid, man. Yeah, stupid, man. I'm trying to concentrate over here, man. And y'all got jokes,
You
man.
not saying though.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I could be doing a number of things.
When he
man.
wanted to get saved, and he said
Right.
he didn't want to get up to heaven, he's like, turn your bitch ass around.
You know what I'm saying? Because niggas ain't perfect.
Yeah. Shout out to Sweet Pea.
Shout out to Sweet
Now that's
Pea.
a real one.
This is facts, man. If y'all know my background, y'all know where I come from, y'all know what I've been through, man. I could be doing anything but sitting right here on this radio show, encouraging people and enlightening and educating people on whatever it is that I do on a weekly basis, man. But I've chosen to take my powers and use them, use them for positive. You know what I'm saying? I use this platform and I use my outlet in order for me to be influential and positive towards whoever. And that's not just children, that's not just adults, that's to anybody, color, race, wherever you stand in life, man. I don't know if I said something or played something or anything on this radio show that might encourage you to want to go out there and do better and be better as a person. But if I have, shout out, salute, hats off to you, because that means you're actually listening. That means I've done my job. You know what I'm saying? And I think all of our job is to be more inspirational and more influential towards, positivity. You know what I'm saying? Being more positive towards whatever it is that you have going on in life. So whether I've moved 1,000 people or just one person, I feel like my job is done at the end of the day because of the amount of encouragement and feedback that I get from whomever, might tune in and say something and, acknowledge, whether you acknowledge it or not, because I'm not asking you to run up to me and tell me how good I'm doing. Not telling you that I need that confirmation or I need anybody to tell me that I'm good or I'm great at what I do. But when you do get those things, that further encourages you to be better and keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get to where I'm at without those type of things. I couldn't get to where I'm at without me having that mindset to say, hey, look, instead of you putting your money and your time into bullshit, I'm gonna put it into my dream. So don't ask me how I got here because I'm telling you how I got here. I'm giving you all the steps, blow by blow, play by play, every week that I'm on here. I'm sharing my experience with each and every one of y'all, in which I don't have to. It's not my place to have to tell y'all what I've been through and what I'm still going through. So again, it's not just a smooth road. It's a bumpy journey, man. Anything worth having it's worth it, man. I hate to steal Betty Wright line, but anything worth having is worth working for and waiting for. She says that in No Pain, No Gain. Shout out again, salute to the late great Miss Betty Wright for that one. But that's one of the realest lines that she said in there. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to work for it and wait for it and put your time, effort, money, and all of that in behind it, then what are you doing? You wasting my time, you wasting your time, you wasting the world's time. Because it could be somebody out there with that push and with that drive that you standing in the way of because you want to sit here and bullshit. You just occupying space. You're just taking up a bunch of space, and that's not what this is for. You know what I'm saying? Make do with your time. You know what I'm saying? Make positive decisions. Give your time to something positive, and that positives will give back to you. Yeah, Mr. Nichols said, "Lifted Vibes Radio Show live. It's imperative to be positive." Yeah, that might be a hell of a slogan right there. Imperative to be positive. Uh, yeah, that's most definitely what it is, man. Yeah, if you're not out here being positive, man, and I'm not saying that everybody's gonna be a positive influence or a positive, light and entity and whatever that goes on. Um, I just had this conversation with somebody not long ago that we all need influences, and people like, nah, we all need positive influences. That's not true. Um, we all need influences, period. I think the specific thing that we were talking about was positive male influences. And I had to rebuttal that because I want to say she was speaking on her baby daddy not being a positive influence to her son, which is understood. But hear me out on what I'm saying. We all need influences, be it positive or negative, because the negative influences teach you what not to be. The positive influence gives you an example of what you can strive to be. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense the way that I just put it, because we all need influences in some type of way. I can't say that every male or every person that I've encountered in my life was positive. Nobody can, because that makes absolutely no sense. Sometimes the most negative person in your life can influence you to be way more positive because they're giving you an example of what not to pattern yourself after. So it's got to be a balance. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be good and bad. You know what I'm saying? And then again, who are we to say what is good or bad? You know what I'm saying? Because people will look at something, and perception is everything. What you might perceive as something bad, somebody might be looking at that as that being the most positive thing. At the end of the day, it's your free will. You know what I'm saying? It's your mindset. It's your ability to choose and say what's going to influence me and what I'm going to use and what I'm going to apply to make myself a better person? Are we going to dwell on things and use the bad things that we've been through and the experiences that we've seen and all of this in order to keep us stuck and keep on making us, make the decisions to go left instead of go right? You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to look at. We all need influences. We all need some kind of influence. And like I say, don't put a positive or negative on that. We just need influences, period. Because at the end of the day, like I just said, it's about choice. It's about what we choose to be.
You can learn from the negative too.
You can. You can. Like I said, if you're not familiar with how I came up or what I chose to do with my life, there was a time that I chose my negative influences to be the ones who are influential into my walk. But when I realized that influence was leading me to nothing but a life of destruction, I had to turn over and realize that no, it's not that I didn't have the positive influences right there. I just chose not to apply that. I chose not to use that to pattern my walk after. So again, I had to make a conscious self decision to say, you know what, I'm gonna turn it around and I'm gonna use what I know, what I know my mama taught me, what I know certain people that I walk across have tried to instill in me, and I'm gonna flip it over and use it in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes my decisions weren't always the wisest ones. But I had to get my shit together. I had to get myself together and realize what was gonna be beneficial, artificial, or harmful to my process. This is what I want you to leave away here, leave away from this show with. You know what I'm saying? Um, Use whatever influences you have in order to make you and mold you into a better human being. Be it that negative or positive. And I'm not telling you to follow the positive, but I mean not to follow the negative, but what I'm telling you is that
You can learn a lot from a
you
dummy.
that that is well spoken. I mean, you really can.
Yes, sir.
Because it definitely teaches you what not to be.
Yes, sir.
Unless you want to be a dummy and you take it in and you embrace being just that. So that just is what it is, man. I love that I'm able to do what I do. I love that I'm able to take all of my negative experience and my positive experience and roll them up in one and be able to choose what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't feel like they have that free will. A lot of people don't feel like they have that opportunity to turn it around. But every day that you're given a chance to breathe life is another opportunity for you to be better. Every second that you live, you can choose to be better. You can choose to be worse. But it's all up to you. So however you take it, however you use your experience, it's on you. I would encourage you to use whatever you got in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? Just like they say in the comic books, man, with great power comes great responsibility. That's one of the realest quotes. Shout out R.P. Stan Lee. He made that quote up. That's used in Marvel comics all the time. But yeah, that show you where my mind at. I'm a superhero from comic book nerd. But that's just me. Yeah, man. Funding your dream, man. Always stay true to that. Put some money behind yourself. Put some money behind the ones that you believe. Put that effort behind again. Like I said, the same way that you go and punch the clock for these people on these jobs, you ought to be willing to put that same effort, that same work, or same blood, sweat, and tears in behind you being successful at your own business. And people say, oh no, everybody don't have that mind. Everybody can't do that. Well, we all have the capability. You feel what I'm saying? To have that mindset. We all got the capability to instill something in ourselves to be better people on a daily basis. That's what I'm offering y'all here on this show, man. If I can't be an example, find somebody that is an example. But I want to be that example to let y'all know, man. You don't have to stay stuck in that mindset. You don't have to stay stuck where you are. You don't have to be whatever your society or the people in your community, you know, claim that you're supposed to be because of where you come from and because of how you came up. I've seen people in some of the worst situations come out victorious because they made a choice, they made a conscious decision to be a better person. You know, they decided that, you know, just because my mom and my daddy are crackheads and my granny raised me or I was raised on the street, and I'm just using an example, I'm not talking about nobody specific. Um, just because of that, I don't have to be what they are. I don't have to be influenced in that same manner. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's what I've dropped for y'all tonight, man. We coming to a close. We coming to an end, and I said it before. We was gonna play some music to go out. We already played that hot box song, man. I brought this song up earlier when we was talking about being influenced by the people in your hometown. This is our ode to Huntsville, man. We're gonna play "Take Me Back" by myself and Trapstar Migo. This is "Take Me Back." Trapstar Migo and Tubby DAKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. Here on Lifted Vibes Radio Show here, Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby DAKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. This is "Take Me Back" again by Trapstar Migo featuring myself. This is our ode to our hometown. Y'all rock with this, y'all fuck with this, man. Shout out to my boy, Trapstar Migo, man. That's my boy, man. I love you, bro. I see you out there doing your thing, man. We love you, we respect you, man. And to each and every one of y'all artists and people that's out there trying to get your thing off the ground, man, I encourage you to keep on pushing, man. But without further ado, like I said, this is "Take Me Back," an ode to our little old hometown of Huntsville, Texas, by Trapstar Migo and myself. Take me back to the good old days, to the country town where I was raised. Us hillbilly side till I D.I.E. because it lives inside of me. Those dogs told me, don't take it back to my beautiful days. They getting 30, banging, waving trunk on my bumper blade. Video she riding hood from the pill to the K. We was driving through town, swerving like a parade. We would be a little rapping on the payload tape. At the party, all the chicks will holler MLK. Hit the car on Fridays, all them shake those gangs. In that bitch, drinking Cisco, smoking Jane with the gang. If you heard any little John song, better grab your soldiers, cause it's about to go down, son. We gon' stomp a nigga to the motherfucking lights on. And I promise, out of town niggas was the dumbest. People want to fight 100, that's how we coming. Remember getting a 315 of 900. Looking Dorito, that before the mustard and 100. Kinda funny how 315 used to get us running. And now I spend a hell of money going shit from London. Cases used to be 15 and now they cost 100. Used to cross the river on the Trinity with I'm running. R.I.P. P.A.D. That's my motherfucking brother. That's my name in my city and you'll see that there's no other. I'm a real slide ripper till I'm down to 6 feet under. A real live stunner, need more representer. I done drove slab 12 years ago, let's remember. I've been in platinum foo-foo sweaters in the winter. I was two-way texting straight down in Ibiza. I've been in a race for days before the shit was even cool. I ain't gonna lie, I always kept me in a little chocolate blue. Hit the Kappa 2, I was 15, grilled out. Got me shining harder than a bitch, my hair jailed out. Tell the truth, this shiny shit right now I don't care about. Really want some name and some horses I can care about. All you little opinions, tell the truth, I don't care about. The way I'm feeling lately, fuck around and kill everybody. Let the villain see some shit that might scare anybody. But that's nor here, nor there. I'm just saying, shawty. So take me back to the good old days, to the country town where I was raised. just feel inside till I D.I.E. because it lives inside of me. Take me back to the good old days, to the country town where I was raised. I just feel inside till I D.I.E. because it lives inside of me.
Yo, salt in my cup. Look like the mist every time I roll up. Dripping on the scene in the candy paint machine. Having yellow bone wrappers on my teeth. Yo, salt in my cup. Look like the mist every time I roll up. Dripping on the scene in the candy paint machine. Having yellow bone wrappers on my teeth.
Yes, sir. We are back at Lifted Vibes at Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby D, A.K.I.D.D., a.k.a. the Soul Ninja. And that was Take Me Back by Trap Star Migo featuring myself, Tubby the Kid, man. And I love that song, man, because it gives you a vivid picture of how we pretty much came up. And that goes right around along the lines of what I'm saying. We have personally taken it upon ourselves to change our walk and change what we've been through to influence y'all in a positive light. I do apologize. I did say we had two sponsors for the night. Let me get my other sponsor up there. I'm sponsored by we said Fried Ribs and More, but I'm also sponsored by the Country Barber, Jay Lewis. The Country Barber, Jay Lewis, man. That is his logo right there. If y'all see that logo anywhere, y'all follow that man. He is not just a stay-at-home barber, he is a traveling barber. So those of y'all who need somebody and want somebody, or y'all see me looking all good on the show and whatnot, give him his credit, give him his love. I also have another one. Yeah, you can go ahead and put that one up there. For those of y'all who can't see that, man, that is his information right there. That is his pricing list right there. I don't know if you can see. It's probably too big for y'all to see his name and stuff at the bottom. But yeah, follow him on Facebook at J Lewis, JayLewis. Same way on Instagram. Follow the Country Barber, man. That's again one of my brothers. Again, the show tonight was brought to you by the Country Barber, Jay Lewis, and Fried Ribs and More, which is Mr. Anthony Jackson. Mr. Anthony Jackson, and he again is he has his own business. Again, it's called Fried Ribs and More. The contact information is right there on the screen, man. He has fried ribs. I got word that he does have chicken as well. I've heard nothing but good reviews. I've heard nothing but people saying that it's good as hell. Everybody that I know that have tasted it, again, I've personally tasted some of his cooking myself, not the fried ribs per se, because I don't eat pork, but that's my own personal preference. But y'all give my boy some love, man. If y'all see this logo, this truck out there anywhere, man, y'all stop by, man, and try him out, man.
Is this in Huntsville?
Try him out. It is in Huntsville, but I was informed by the man himself that he will travel. If y'all find him some places, y'all have events that y'all want him to come and set up his trailer and whatnot, he will come out. He will come out and make that money, man. That's a picture of him personally right there. Yeah, that nigga got his best Easter suit on there. And I know he gonna talk shit when I see him. But that nigga can't say that I didn't give him no love, because like I say, man, that's one of my brothers, man. If y'all ever hear us talking, if I answer the phone and I say big bubble neck, rhinoceros throat ass nigga, that's who I'm talking to.
Rhinoceros throat.
Yeah. That's my boy, man. That's how we have fun and shit. And he, of course, he gonna come back with some crazy shit himself. But that's my nigga right there, man. I'm proud of him, man. It's all love. He know it's all love, man. I'm gonna promote my people, and I'm gonna get them the love and get them their flowers while they here. You can't wait to do that, man. You gotta give people they love. You gotta show them respect and love while you got the opportunity, while we all still striving, living and breathing. But yes, tonight's show was sponsored by Fried Ribs and More, Mr. Anthony Jackson. Again, his information is on the screen. And the Country Barber, Jay Lewis. Um, Both of those are my brothers, man. I love y'all, man. I love what y'all doing. Y'all keep it moving. And yeah, Mr. Mr. Nico said, get your what? Shit together. That's right. Get your shit together, man. These young men have their shit together. And they doing it, man. They making money for what they do. Again, they didn't shy away from putting their money behind having these brilliant, beautiful logos put together for them, man. That costs. It costs for you to run a business, costs for you to be in the game. It costs to be
the
a
boss.
boss. Yes. That's what I gave y'all for tonight, man. I've enjoyed myself. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. I hope something that I've said, something that we've done, a song that we've played has inspired you to do better, be better, and seek out better for yourself, man. Y'all just keep on rocking with me, man. Tonight's broadcast, of course, like I say, was a makeup broadcast for what we did not or what we couldn't do last week due to the inclement weather. Malcolm informed me before I even got down here that the water was high. We wasn't risking coming down here to get stuck, so we changed it to today. We've had a great show tonight. It was very successful. I'm gonna say all my shows are successful because I believe in what I do, and I believe that each and every time we come out and we incite and inspire somebody to do something greater. But yeah, man, we will be back again. Who is that?
Somebody on YouTube is tuned in. I'm not sure who that is, but thank you for tuning in to the Lifted Vibes radio
I'm trying
show.
to figure out the youngster MIA. Okay. Shout out to you. We don't know who you are personally, but shout out to you, man. It's all love. I appreciate you for tuning in. This has been another edition of Lifted Vibes radio show here on Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby DAKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. And again, man, we broadcast every Thursday from 10 p.m. till midnight. Again, this was a makeup broadcast for what we didn't broadcast on last week, but we'll be back on Thursday. So y'all stay tuned, man. Of course, we'll be promoting that throughout the week. I will try to get y'all these topics and subject matters beforehand because I kind of been doing things spare of the moment, and my topics have kind of been coming to me like out of thin air. But they work, you know what I'm saying? They've been working, and I'm well informed on whatever it is that I put out here for y'all, man. Again, my encouragement, my words. So the youngster MIA, tell me if I'm saying it right, is from San Diego, man. So we got somebody tuning in from San Diego, man. We appreciate that, man. That's love. Yeah, that's love. We look forward to having you back, man. Come in, tune in with us anytime that we broadcast. Again, it's Thursdays from 10 p.m. until midnight. That's every Thursday, same time, same place. Trying to get more and more of y'all in here, try to be more insightful, informative, educational to each and every one of y'all, man. We appreciate that though, man. Y'all see we get love from San Diego right now, man. That we must be doing something right. But yeah, man, hit us up. If you are an artist yourself, the way your name looks, I more than I guarantee that's an artist right there. Nobody spells their name like that if they're not an artist. And if you're not an artist, if you have any type of business that you want to promote and whatnot, hit us up. Hit me at Lifted Vibes, liftedvibes@gmail.com. Hit me on Facebook, Instagram. It's all spelled the same. Everything is all good, man. But yeah, we kind of. I don't want to go over my time. I don't want to bore y'all with words and whatnot. Y'all have heard me. Y'all seen me enough. Again, tonight was sponsored by Fried Ribs and More and J. Lou, the Country Barber. Y'all, if y'all are in the area, y'all get them boys some love. Y'all get them a shout out. Help them out with promoting their business. And we gonna keep on showing them the love that they deserve and respect here on our platform, man. And it's been real. It's been real. We love y'all. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all who did tune in. Peace and blessings to the ones uh, that didn't tune in. That might be tuning in with us later on, man. As y'all can see, we reach out to each and every. We reach out to a lot of people. We're able to connect with plenty of y'all, man, and whoever we can connect with, man, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I thank any and everybody who's been a part of this journey, man. We started back in January. We're coming into April. I actually have a birthday coming up. I think I'll be live on the radio on my birthday, man. That's gonna be April 27th, man. I want to say that falls on a Thursday. So I'm not gonna do any kind of special broadcast for that day or whatnot. I might change it up as far as my topic. I might take y'all on a musical journey. I might take y'all on a history run of some of my music and some of the things that I've done as far as that go. That'll be as special as the broadcast gets on that day. But yeah, y'all stay tuned. We got it coming. We got a good show coming up this Thursday, and like I say, I think my birthday actually falls on one of these days that I'm doing the show. So we might just do a yeah on that particular day. I think the show we're gonna kind of do a musical journey and see, so y'all can get a good feel, good history of where I came from and where I'm at right now in my walk and what's going on. That'll be his most um exoneration or whatever that I would do as far as my birthday and myself. I won't do anything outside of that. I'm not real big on it. If you know me, you know that's kind of a touchy day for me. Be it as that I buried my father a day after my birthday in 2018. That's kind of a touchy thing for me. He actually passed on 420. So all of y'all that are 420 celebrators or
It's my
whatever,
dad's birthday.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a touchy day. It's an emotional day for me. So I try my best to kind of shy away from it. But if I do a broadcast that day, then that's what it will be. The whole show, I will. I'm not gonna say more than likely. I'll dedicate that show to my dad. But rest in peace, Mr. Charlie Easley. Love you, man. Yeah, but that's that, man. We gonna get up off of here, man. I've run over my time just a tad bit. It's been all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Again, peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. We're gonna go out on vibing, man. We're gonna give y'all that vibe, man. And Tubby Kid gonna get away from y'all for the night. We gonna call it quits, man. Again, peace, blessing, all that good stuff. Love y'all. Tune in Thursday from 10 p.m. until midnight. We will be here. I will definitely post the topic somewhere earlier on in the week so y'all can know what we're gonna be talking about before the night of. But yeah, it's been another edition of Lifted Vibes here on Real Talk 100 Radio with your boy Tubby DAKIDD, aka the Soul Ninja. Good night. Good night.
Thank you, Tubby, for another great show on Real Talk 100 Radio, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in all over the country. I know a lot of y'all are tuned in tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Lifted Vibes Radio Show on Real Talk 100 Radio. I'm gonna leave the flyer on the screen for a second and make sure you have all the information on how to tune in. It's right there every Thursday night. Tonight is a special broadcast because of inclement weather last week. This is the Lifted Vibes Radio Show. It airs every Thursday night, regularly scheduled at from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. Y'all tune in by clicking to the Lifted Vibes Radio Show on Facebook, the Lifted Vibes Radio Show on Instagram and Facebook, the Real Talk 100 Radio page on Instagram and Facebook, or click the link in our bio on realtalk100radio.com. If you're at your office space and you can't watch a video, you can just put an earplug in and listen to us live from your phone, your laptop, or your Bluetooth devices in your car. This is the Lifted Vibes Radio Show on Real Talk 100 Radio. It's all about constructive criticism. It's all about artist development. It's all about promoting small businesses, authors. It's all about promoting people other than himself. It's not all about Tubby the Kid. This is Tubby the Kid on the Lifted Vibes Radio Show. Y'all go and give him a follow on Instagram, Facebook. He's got Tubby the Kid. That's DAKID, not the kid. Tubby, TUBBYDAKIDD on Facebook and Instagram, and Lifted Vibes on Facebook and Instagram. Give them a follow, give them a share. Continue to share the video, whether you're watching Real Talk 100 Radio or Lifted Vibes. Share the video all over the world, because we want to make sure that music artists, whether they're independent or underground, they get the knowledge that he shared tonight on this show. Y'all keep it locked. Keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio the rest of the night, y'all, because like I always say, we got a lot going on in music, whether you're an old head or a young head, because we jam a whole lot of Southern soul for the old heads and a whole lot of independent and underground music for the young heads.